Will I return rich and victorious? Or poor and walking home? Let's find out.
Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets. Power. Great power.
After hearing a rumor, my gut feeling tells me I need to get into Razorfen Downs to check it out for myself. I did a quick glance at the map to figure out a rough farming route and maybe set up a general idea of what I'm gonna do. Took a quick glance at Wowhead's notes on some of the mobs and I realized there were some blue rare drops in this dungeon. I then checked my banker tune and realized I have no leveling gear and no transmog gear in this level range, so I set the clock for 1 hour to rip as much gold out as I can. Now let's go over some highlights of this 1 hour so that way you can figure out if this dungeon is worth your time or not. There can be up to 4 chests up at one time in this dungeon that I have personally seen. If you have a rogue or a blacksmith, that's going to be to your advantage for these chests. Make sure to always glance inside the huts because they'll be scattered throughout the dungeon. Just before the second boss is where I used my battle horn for the biggest pull in this dungeon. I do not like big pulls because you get less loot from more mobs. When you come up to the green globs, kill them as you come across them. Don't let them chase you. They move too slow and you'll waste too much time. "25 minutes in, I figured out I should stop killing the last 2 bosses of the dungeon. They aren't worth my time because they don't drop anything of value to me. You're able to mount up right outside the instance door so you don't have to waste time to make bag space. Halfway through and I'm sitting at 12 grand estimated income. Let's keep it going. Keep an eye out for those chests. And this is why I'm making a big deal of the chests. 16,711 gold. Or a recipe.
Time's up. Oof, that must hurt.
It's been 1 hour. I'm now gonna drop combat and exit the dungeon, clear up my bags, and we'll go over the loot. Okay, so I've taken and vendored everything out and arranged my loot and whatnot, and I came out with a grand total in 1 hour of 54,616 gold, loot appraised. I did vendor 94 gold worth of crap, you know, meats, potions, and whatnot. I looted 16 gold, according to accountant. And the main kicker for this dungeon run was the pattern of the barbaric belt. It sells for over 15,000 gold, global sale average. And it has a global market value of 18,000 gold, but when ran through my LootAppraiser average, it equals out to 16,700. So that's a really good drop right there. Other items are the symbolic crown, 2,100 to 300 gold. The Chief Brigadier girdle, 418 to 1,200 gold. Warden's wraps, 200 to 1,000. Tyrant's greaves, 250 to 1,500. And I also got one other blue, the Sky Striker bow. Not worth very much, only about 130, but it's still a blue. And I found a new spot to farm large fangs if you happen to be a leather worker, which the barbaric, I think it's the barbaric, but there's a set of wrists you can craft in leatherworking that sell for about 1,000 gold a pop on both my realms. And then you just got all sorts of greens. And then you get a lot of little low-level mats out of those chests, along with some mana potions, which do sell for a decent amount of gold. So yeah, 1 hour, 54,616 gold. That fulfilled my desire for my greed, and it looks like I'm riding home tonight. I'm not walking home in shame.